vote for it. Thank you.
Maggie Berry.
I rise in support of the third reading of the Taxation, International Investment and Remedial Matters Bill. It's set down today for its third reading and sponsored by the Revenue Minister Peter Dunn. It is very much in keeping with National's policies, our fiscal policies, and it's a measure that was first outlined in our 2010 budget, that we would deliver a major tax package that would reform the tax system to make it fairer, more sustainable and a better support for economic growth, and I believe that this bill does that. The taxation bill is really a natural extension of our earlier international tax reforms, and it builds on and extends those reforms. The active income exemption brings our tax system into line with the policies and practices in other countries, and it really will help New Zealand-based businesses to compete more effectively in foreign markets by freeing them up from a tax cost that similar companies in other countries do not face. So it's a basic fairness issue. One of the examples, which is topical and I think relevant to us today, is that a New Zealand-owned manufacturing plant in China will now generally face the same tax rate as other manufacturers competing in China. There are a number of measures, of course, in the bill. It rationalises our international tax calculation methods. It also maintains the exemption for investments in Australia. It also removes a tax barrier to non-resident investment in New Zealand corporate bonds, so it will attract investment to New Zealand, and that's pretty much in keeping with the recommendations that were made in 2009 by the Capital Market Development Task Force. They wanted to see the approved issuer levy to be reduced from 2% to nil for some public issues of debt by New Zealand residents. That has been done by this bill. There are a number of other messages and elements within this that have been outlined by my other colleagues and by the people on the other side of the House. We are all speaking in support of it. I think from my point of view, I see it as a consistent and fair bill that promotes the sort of integrity that we need as a nation. So I commend this bill to the House and look forward to it being passed today.
That concludes the debate. The question is that the motion be agreed to. Those of that opinion will say aye. Contrary, no. The ayes have it.
Taxation, International Investment and Remedial Matters Bill, third reading.
Call on Government Order of the Day, number 2.